Alright, I'm getting ready to pull this head off this 1967 Chevelle. It's got a Chevy 250 inline 6. So first thing I'm doing, of course, is disconnect power. Numbered and tagged all my spark plug wires. I'm pulling my spark plugs next. I've already sprayed some rust buster on the bolts. And I'm just going to continue to take it down. I'll give you guys a couple video updates as I'm moving. Alright, so next I'm draining fluids, and I'm going to pull this radiator hose off of the top of the thermostat housing. Disconnected the fuel line from the carburetor, and I've vacuumed the advance line, those type of other things I'm pulling off. So this way I can get to everything, pull off this valve cover and not have to be hung up. So you can see I pulled the this breather on the side here is gone, and disconnected that PCV line also. So I pulled that 9/16 bolt out of the coil bracket to bring that down. Disconnecting the rest of the hoses and drained all the rest of the coolant fluid down there. You can see it. So just trying to get everything out of the way so that this thing can come off pretty easy. I also disconnected my fuel line so I can move it easily when I'm going to lift that valve cover and the head off. Disconnected from the fuel pump down there. Alright, so for some reason this vehicle did not have a thermostat. That's probably the cause of our blown head gasket, is a lack of temperature control in the vehicle. So, alright, so I pulled the valve cover off. You can see the chocolate milk, water mixed with oil, just sitting on top of everything. So that's not good. Alright, so we'll get ready to start pulling this joker off. Next thing to do is separate the manifolds. Actually disconnect the linkage from the carburetor. I'll leave the carburetor on while I move the manifolds. Should be fine. Alright, so we pull all the all those retaining bolts and a couple nuts that are attached to the clips here. There's a couple studs you see right there. I have a bracket that's welded onto my exhaust. So this way it would keep from shaking. So I just had to back that off. So this way, once I loosen everything, I could just pull it and lower it down and set it in place. Now I'm going to begin pulling the top bolts here that you see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way around, 12, whatever the heck there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, looks like 14. And then we'll pull this head right out. Now I'm going to pull the rods out, push rods. So I got to pull those rockers, loosen them up, so this way I can pull those rods out. What I've also done is I've taken a sheet of cardboard. I've cut 12 slots, so I'm going to number them, so this way they'll go exactly back in the same place, and we won't have an issue with them trying to cut to new lifters shapes. Alright, so I've removed all the rods, just loosened all the rocker nuts there. Stuck my rods in this piece of cardboard here, numbered, so I can put them back the way they came out. And I got to use a breaker bar on all of these big bolts here. I can't get them with a half-inch ratchet. I got to use a breaker bar. All right, so we got the head off. This is it here. One thing I noticed was this bolt hole here is full of rust, and the bolt itself is actually scaled up pretty bad. But you can just see the inside carbon buildup. This stuff's been on here since 1967. So if we look here at the engine block, we can actually see the gasket here. I'm going to try to find the place where it actually failed. But for now, it's just a matter of getting that carbon buildup on that piston. I shouldn't have scratched it like that. That ain't good. Anyway, so I'll try to find wherever this... That looks like something could be there, but maybe not.
Looks like there's a screw holding it down.
No, it's just a stud. There we go. Feels weird about this portion here. All right, so once we get this off, we're gonna get the head to the machine shop, have them check it out, get it all cleaned up for us, pressure test it, let us know if it's any good, If it's good, then we'll continue moving forward. I'll try to get that lump port kit and see if they got to do a valve job for me.